Well, Frank, your custom Tonka dump truck is all finished, and like you asked, I put the steering on the right side of the transmitter. I made you a custom machine knob here to steer it with, and your drive's on the left side. I'm sorry, so you can steer on the right and drive on the left, and everything's labeled on the radio. Your rotary beacons is this far right switch, and it's a 4-mode. These are 4-mode beacons. So mode 1 is a fast rotate, mode 2 is a slow rotate, mode 3 is a slow blink, mode 4 is a fast blink, and then the 5th position actually shuts it off. And next switch over are your lights. So the first, it's a 3-position switch, and the first position is your low beams, and your top position is your high beams. And the high beams are set up really super bright, and your low beams, I have it set just as slow as they can go so they won't flicker. And they always look brighter on the low beam setting on videos than they do in real life. They're nice and dim like an old truck would be on the low beam setting. And your dump is on the left stick, left and right. Left is lift up, and right is dump down. And to start it, like I said, I have it set up with a manual start. And what's nice about the manual start is you can actually start the truck up and let it idle, and it'll idle indefinitely until you shut the engine off. And the way it's set up, it's 4 modes for the sound system. And the first mode is start. So there's mode 1 is start, and then mode 2 is the horn, and then mode 3 lowers the volume, and then mode 4, 2, 3, 4, that raises the volume. You have to be patient. It takes close to 10 seconds to go from completely quiet to full volume. And I usually leave it in mode 2. That way I have access to the horn anytime I want. And that way I know I'm not shutting it off by accident or starting it by accident. And I'm not raising or lowering the volume by accident. And let's see. Oh yeah, that's your front end. Now your tail lights. There's your reverse light, and your tail lights, and your ball and hitch to pull trailers. A lot of the Tonka stuff you can pull, and some of the nice little Bruder trailers pull nice behind these Tonka trucks. And let's see what else. That's everything on the radio. Let me just show you underneath where the on and off switch is and how to charge it. Your on-off switch is right here. I guess you can't really see it without lifting the top. This is your on-off switch. Back is off, and forward is on. You shouldn't turn the power on with the cab up in the air, because if you're jamming the front wheels and they want to turn, you could fry the steering servo. Let me straighten the steering here. There we go. And this is your charging jack right here, and this is a 6-cell 2700 milliamp nickel metal hydride pack, and just charge it at 1.5 amps, and that'll charge it fine. Every once in a while, the NIM packs, to make sure all the cells are equal, you should charge it at like 0.2 of an amp and just let it charge for a couple hours. And once every month or two, that'll just even out all the cells in case one cell gets low. And if you do that, these nickel metal hydrides are nice batteries. You'll get anywhere from 5 to 7 years out of the nickel metal hydride pack. So that's it. You have your automatic locking latch here too. You don't have to mess with that at all. It just works mechanically. When the bed comes all the way down, it pulls the latch up and locks the bed. And I think that's it. See if I went over everything on the radio. Whoop. Start. Yeah. The other things, other people are familiar with these radios. See if I can get it to show up on here. That top number, that 503, is the receiver voltage. And then the TX number is a transmitter voltage of 5.12. So that's cool that it gives you the... turn the light back on. That way you know if the receiver voltage ever gets down too low, an alarm will sound. You'll know that the battery's getting low in the truck. If the receiver's losing enough power that it'll give an alarm, it's time to charge the truck. But the truck runs a long time on one charge, probably a couple hours. Oh, and the other thing is the rear view mirrors are they're Integy mirrors. I usually put Tamiya mirrors on it, like on my orange truck here. If I can get it to show up. I usually put these Tamiya mirrors on here because I think they have a little, older look to them. But they're hard to find. I'm always looking for them, and I haven't been able to find an extra set of Tamiya mirrors. So what I did is I bought Integy. Let me turn this sound off. I bought Integy mirrors, and then I bent their wires to match the Tamiya wires. That way, if you do find a rear view mirror set off the Tamiya semi truck, you can just swap them right out. You can put those right on here. They'll fit right on there where these Integy mirrors are. But the Integy mirrors look good too. You can just leave them just like that. But so that's it for the Tonka dump truck. And I also have the sound system all set up and the amplifier and speaker for your Peterbilt semi-truck. And I'll ship them all out together. And I'll shoot you an email later on tonight and send you the tracking number tomorrow afternoon, or probably tomorrow before lunch. I'll send you the tracking information for the box. Thanks again, Frank.